Hey guys, and welcome to the second episode of the Minecraft Science Show. This is going to be part 1 of how realistic Minecraft is. If you guys want a part 2 at the end, just comment it down in the description, in the comment section, and I'll make a part 2. So let's just get started. The most common thing in Minecraft would be Steve, because Steve is everywhere, and every single word that is a Steve, or you, but you're kind of Steve, just with another skin, so doesn't really matter. Well, Steve, even if he does really look like us, he's a little bit cubic, but what's about Steve? Who is Steve? Well, I think he has superpowers. Steve has superpowers, that's what I believe at least, and the powers I believe that he has is strength, surviving without water, and no sleep, and a couple of others that are not worth mentioning. Well, water is something everyone needs, and well, have you ever seen Steve drinking? Well, I have never seen it, so he doesn't need to drink, so well, he can just survive without it. And he also needs no sleep. He can sleep, but he doesn't need it, because he can work on forever without dying, because pretty much everyone on Earth would die if they have not enough sleep. And with not enough sleep, I mean, pretty much, I don't know how much sleep you need to die. But yeah, you can Google that up if you want to know. But you die if you don't sleep. So, good night. But anyways, let's go ahead and look at strength. Because strength is the most interesting thing about Steve. Because I've seen a lot of videos on the internet saying stuff about it. And I want to get my vision here on YouTube too. Because I think I have some things to add. But well, how can we measure Steve's strength? Well, the most easy way is to calculate out how much he can carry. And well, how do we calculate this out? Well, we'll look at his inventory. Steve has 4 armor slots we're not gonna count, because armor is, in Minecraft, is just one, very thin layer. It's pretty difficult to calculate out how much weight it would have, so in comparison to the result we're gonna get, it's not gonna even worth mentioning. And the crafting slots will also not count in, because crafting is something you're gonna do outside of your inventory. You're gonna take something out of your inventory and you're gonna craft it and put it back in, because no one makes something inside of its backpack. So that leaves us with the inventory slots and the hotbar slots, and well, it's 9 slots wide. The hotbar is 1 row high and the inventory 3 rows. That would mean that there is 9 slots in the hotbar and 27 in the inventory, which adds up to 36 slots with some basic math. So we have 36 slots, and we can put a stack in every slot, so we need to know the most dense block in Minecraft. And dense comes from density, what actually is the certain amount of weight for a certain amount of volume, and that's a gold block in Minecraft. Well, a gold block has 19,300 kilograms per cubic meter, so that's actually quite a lot. And well, if he can count 36 stacks, that would mean he can carry 2,304 of these cubic blocks. And well, 2,304 times 19,300 kilograms would mean he can carry an astonishing 44,467,200 kilograms, or 98,033,395 pounds, equal to 8,893 elephants. Well, have you ever seen one elephant in a backpack? Well, imagine Steve can easily put 8,893 inside of his pocket. So that's something very special. But if we do not count in space and we just only focus on the weight, there's some other things. But there's even more. So there's even a heavier item than there is blocks. This does not really make sense that something smaller has more weight, but there is. And that's the golden apple. And the golden apple contains 8 gold blocks and 1 apple. So if we count 2,304 items, because we can have a 64 times 36, which we did before, we would need the weight of 1 golden apple, which is 8 times the amount of weight for a gold block and 1 times the weight for an apple, which would mean an astonishing 355,737,830 kilograms, or 49 Eiffel Towers. But there's even more. But this is kind of a special one, because in Minecraft 1.8 we are allowed to have chests with MBT data, what means that we can have a chest in the inventory, and when we place it down, the chest inside of it will have more chests. That is, that everything that's inside of the chest will be saved. And so we could have chests inside of chests inside of chests forever. No, it's not forever, because its limit is 512 times, because that's the MBT limits. And that is because otherwise we would get an enormous length of data, and that's not possible. So this is the final length. So if we would have 512 chests, do this process 512 times, the bottom row of chests would have golden apples. And if we would count off all the weight of these golden apples, and all the weight of the wood for the chest, we would get 2,304 times 1 Google to the 16th kilograms. And 1 Google represents one very big number. I've put a Google here because 1 Google only would take up my entire screen. Imagine to the 16th. So well, if you want to know how big this number is, you can pretty much go on ahead and Google it. Because Google's name comes from Google. That's because it's so large. But one of the chests, only one of them, not 2,304, is enough to destroy the universe because of its massive weight. And well, this is one downside to this one here, is that it's only for creative. So, well, we're not gonna put this in here because I don't really think it's counting. So we're gonna keep with 300 and something million kilograms. But that does not for sure mean that Steve's a superhero, because it does not represent the force that Steve has, because if you're on the moon you can carry much more than you can carry on the Earth because of the gravity, the difference in gravity, and on the Earth that's 9.81 meters per second square, on the moon this is only 1.62. So maybe in Minecraft it's very very low, but we can see this by an accelerating block, so we kind of have to make a little experiment here, because I've not seen this before on YouTube, couldn't find it on the internet, so we're gonna have to do our own little experiment. So let's get started. We have to get a setup for experiment, which includes a clear track with switching colors, so we can easily measure where the sand block is at a certain time, which we're gonna record so we can slow it down. Then we have blue blocks every 5 blocks, so we can measure our results on an equal base. We will be in this position here, in this recording position, and we'll be also in the voids, so we get more FPS, we get a more clear recording or footage. So as you can see at the recording position, I have a command block, and the command block contains the set block command, which actually sets a block at a certain position, while we set sand at the top of our track. And there's a little bit of repeaters in between it, so we can actually step on the pressure plate, step forward, get a clear vision on the entire track, and then the sand block will follow, so we can have a still video. So here it is, here is the video. So it's already slowed down, so this is not actual thing, and as you could have saw there, it starts and does not move until a little later, as we can see again. You saw it standing there, it's not paused or anything, it does stand still for a little while, and as you can see it does accelerate. So if we have the data here for all the 5 blocks, so for a 25-0 we start falling at 0.13 seconds and we accelerate downwards. So we are at the end of the track, which we end up at 2 seconds. So well, let's get this into a graph so we can kind of visualize what's happening, because this data does not mean anything to you guys. Well, Minecraft's gravity looks like this. This is not a straight line, I know, like gravity, it's not really the gravity number that we have here, but it does look like this here. So this is the graph result we have. So if we would use the number 9.81, we would come out this line. This is for Earth, and as you can see it's very very similar. However, Minecraft gravity, it's not really visible in this one here, but the gravity slows down very slowly. So that means that at a certain point in Minecraft, so if we drop a block, at a certain point it would have a maximum speed. So there is a maximum speed in Minecraft for a falling block, which there is not for Earth. It would keep on accelerating forever. So with that in mind, that is very similar to Earth, we're going to say that's also 9.81. It's actually a little bit higher, but doesn't matter. So 8.981, so that means that Steve does have a superpower strength, super strength. But with all of this, we can think that Minecraft is not really realistic. Well, there are some things that are very realistic at Minecraft. That is, for example, ores and gems. We have coal, we have iron, we have gold, we have redstone. Wait, do we have redstone? No, actually we don't have redstone. However, redstone is very similar to electricity, which we don't have in Minecraft. So I'm gonna say this is still realistic because it's just a replacement for electricity. So we also have diamonds, emeralds, and quartz. Like, quartz is not really ores or gems mentioned in Minecraft, but it does exist like pretty much every single block in Minecraft does. So well, if we continue then, what's also realistic about Minecraft is the meaning of life. Well, on Earth, what's the point of life? And on Minecraft, what's the point of life? Well, if you're living on Earth, you don't have a goal. You make your own goals, just like in Minecraft. And while like a goal on Earth is, for example, graduate. What would you do after graduating, after you've done this goal? What's happening to your life? Actually, pretty much nothing, because you're gonna set a new goal, and you're gonna keep doing this till you pretty much die and don't exist anymore. Well, in Minecraft, for example, the first goal is chopping down some wood and building a big house. So after you've done this, what are you gonna do? Well, there's gonna reach a point in Minecraft that you have done everything you wanna do and you're gonna quit. You're gonna quit Minecraft. You're not gonna play it anymore. So in that way, you actually pretty much die because you don't play it anymore, so you actually don't exist. You don't exist in both worlds anymore. And also something is that in the world we develop stuff. New things come every day, just like in Minecraft with snapshots and updates. So that's also a way of comparing Earth to Minecraft being somewhat realistic. But that's where I'm gonna end the episode for today. If you guys want to see more things that I have about like how realistic Minecraft is, or you want to see another topic, just comment down below and I'll see what I can do for you guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys learned something, and thanks for watching. Blue Husky out. Bye.